create movement. I'm going to start with this discussion tonight. Because when we say create movement, there are some loaded words, and for those of you that got the video that played, we use words like decolonization and some really loaded words. And so I think I want to unpack that for you a little bit and let you know sort of where we were and what we were thinking about when we sort of embarked on this mission, if you like. And so in thinking about the Fees Must Fall movement in South Africa, I think Amr and I, as entrepreneurial activists, we were sort of quite melancholy about the fact that people were breaking things down and fighting to pay back their student loans. And we were like, well, we're entrepreneurial activists. We use that to drive us. That was our purpose, to try and be here. And here we are 10 years later. We employ a number of people. And so that I think you could try and think about it differently. But the aspect of the Fees Must Fall movement that resonated with us the most was this idea of decolonizing education. And I think as a student at UCT, when I had big hair and wore tracksuit pants and was very idealistic about the world, I wrote many essays about neocolonialism, and Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Nyerere were like some of my university heroes. And in thinking about the fact that it's true, we do need to decolonize our education system. And then we actually took it forward and we said, well, where are we in our professional lives? Where are we in the creative industries within which we live and work? And what we realized is that there can be some decolonizing within our creative economy as well, because we tend to overvalue global. We tend to overvalue global names, European names. And I think that it's time for us to stand up and take charge and take control of that for ourselves. I think as storytellers, we have such an important, and when I say creative economy, I mean filmmakers, people in fashion, entertainment, advertising, communication, music. We all have a role to play as storytellers. And so we drive the narrative. And so as much as I'm not standing here as if I would have had an orange mop on my head and I said, Africa first, right? That would be, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we need to be conscious of the fact within the context with which we're working. We are very grateful to the international companies that invest in our creative economy. In fact, I think that this is something to say to some of the investors who I spoke to tonight as well, to say, invest in the creative economy. Invest in businesses that don't make sense to you, because it's really, really important. And I think as entrepreneurs and business owners, there seems to be only one option when we want to sort of sell out or be able to be connected to a global network. And I think we need to think about that from an ownership level. However, it's not here about ownership. It's also about a consciousness and a new narrative about where we're going, because we all have a role to play as part of that. And so that's really what it's about. I think tonight Amr will come out and we're launching a song. Reddy D, who I'm very proud is here from Cape Town as well. So we'll talk more about that, and we're really, really excited about that. I think as part of our commitment and to use everybody, we're coming together. It's not only about partying, it's also about leaving a positive impact. And so there's a little black book, and some of you were given it in the kind of invitation period, and others will have the opportunity to leave a message in the first page of the book. And this book will be used as part of Hold the Fort, which is our sustainability programs, training, and skills development program. Because what we really realize is that we need to inspire our young storytellers across the continent. We need to inspire them in West Africa. We need to inspire them in East Africa. We need to inspire them throughout South Africa. And I think that what we'd like to do is, for those of you that are keen, is to bring you to those workshops, allow you to leave your knowledge not only in writing, but actually interact with people, because we have to pay it forward. We're here, it's so cushy, but we have to pay it forward, and we have to change that narrative around where we're going.